Good day and welcome to another edition of Outsider Genie, where we'll be looking at the big race meeting today on the Hollywood Gravel Turf Track, the 12th of June. When I went through this card, I realized that this meeting is not a meeting to go big on. You have some of the best horses racing in the country against each other. So it makes it extremely difficult to, just pick winners that you can go big on. So I want to say up front that I really think today maybe you should play your normal pick six or a PA or whatever you like. Maybe take a few all-to-comes and sit back and relax and enjoy the day. Keep your money in your pocket for another day, because I can tell you the racing is extremely difficult today. It's going to be very competitive. I mean, for the day, I haven't even bothered to do suggested all-to-comes. You can make your pick. If you want to, you can maybe play around all-to-comes with Rainbow Breach, Jet Star, or what is it called? Just want to make sure what's the name. My brain is leaving me. Jet Dark. But I'll get to that just now, and maybe Bulgarian. And then in the last race, maybe doubles with the favorite here, number 9, Radamish, which I do think, it will be hard to beat against the, if you look at the form of the other runners, but I'm not sure about some of the first timers. So you'll be backing this horse, but without the knowledge of the first timers. But that's just my take. I'm going to go for the card just now, but that's what I wanted to say up front. That I really do think today is the day to just play small, take your pick six, play your jackpot, your PA, whatever you like. Sit back, relax, enjoy the racing, because to go big today, I think that will be really foolish. And stay away from jockeys and trainer information, because in every race I can pick you 5, 6 horses that can win that race. So let's start up here at race 1, which is a maiden plate for fillies and mares over 1,600 meters, where number 5 is 3-1, backstop 4-1, Indigo Moon 9-2, Requiem Angel 8-1, 9-1, Eminent Isla, Ballygood 10-1, Embarrass the Reaches 14-1, and then 16-1, and better the rest. My year in race number 1, my first selection is the number 14 horse, which is Indigo Moon. This filly is improving nicely and has run some really nice races. She has clocked up 6 second places, but unfortunately the draw of 14 is a bit of a problem. But you'll see that she ran on strongly, and Richard Ferrier is a master bringing a horse from behind. He has now run 3 seconds on this horse, and I just got a feeling that, I don't know how, but somehow, if we can overcome the bad draw, this filly will really run a big race. Then for my outsider selections, I went with number 1, Emerald Isla. She has been running there and thereabouts. I have been placed 6 times, and over this distance 5 times. So 5 out of 7 times she's been placed over this distance, and I can be a contender in this race. And in my outsider selection, other outsider selection is number 8, which is Ballygood. Ballygood did improve in his last race to run second behind Captain Beauty. Lyle Hewitson takes the ride, and maybe this filly Garth Bullet stable is in form, and this filly also ran on well, so definitely might be a contender in this field. Then also you need to look at number 5, which is Diamond Girl, the favorite. Diamond Girl did also run well, went to the front last time out on the poly. But today I think over the 1600 meters, if they're going to use the same tactics, they might be landing. I'm having a problem. So I think maybe best today would be to put this filly back in, try and place her and get it to run on. That will be the best option. Capriana is a horse that has run a few places here and there. Do put in for your back end of your quartets. And yes, number 7, Backstop, also a horse that improved nicely. Power fork by Dynasty May and has improved over the longer distance. Also maybe back end of the quartets and trifectas. We then move on to number 2, which is race 2, which is a mare rated 90 handicap, class B, average men rated 85. And here the betting is as follows. Ralph the Rascal, 33 to 10, Karoo Law, 5 to 1, Tread Swiftly, 5 to 1, Star Vega, 7 to 1, Mach 4, 8 to 1, Drama Queen, 14 to 1, Purple Persuasion, 14 to 1, 16 to 1, Quick Start, Look for Hound, 16 to 1, Kaizen, 18 to 10, 18 to 1, and 20 to 1, and better the rest. So let's just show you again, we're racing here over 1400 meters, class B, 85. Another very open race where my first selection fell on number 3, Quick Star. Quick Star has improved and is in form. He's running from a nice draw. The same jockey that rode him last time, running second behind Love Bomb in a future where it was a 97 class B or class A 97. Surely I would think a reasonably strong and did one well, 2 runs back on Scottsville, Scottsville. And yeah, I'm thinking that number 3 from this draw, definitely a huge contender in this race. In my outsider selections is also his number 3, his number 12 and number 2. So here's number 2, Star Vega, horse that is coming off that came off a race last time out, but before that also run reasonable races. And I think Star Vega definitely definitely a contender here, as well as number 12, which is Tread Swiftly. You'll see here Tread Swiftly is getting the -1.5, but is drawn 12. Yeah, and that might be a bit of a problem. But this horse ran also against strong opposition, linebacker, do it again. Before that, won an 86 in Magical Midland. Course and distance has always has run 4 runs for a first, a second, a third, and a fourth. So Tread Swiftly definitely likes this distance, not to be left out. And then also have a look at number 1, which is Ralph the Rascal. Has been running places all the time, and surely his day is close. Number 1, Ralph the Rascal did ran a half length behind Tread Swiftly, and was carrying 2 kilograms less. Now Tread Swiftly now carrying again 60 kilograms. So he's now getting a 4 kilogram difference. So that is the advantage. So theoretically, Ralph the Rascal should finish in front of Tread Swiftly today. Yeah, other horses have chances in the field. I'm not sure what happened. Sorry, quick put has run 1 or 2 races back, but against lesser company. Karoo Log has won his last 2, but also against lesser company, now running against a stronger field. So one have to see what he can do. Kaizen, unfortunately, has lost a bit of form, and I'm not sure if the 1400 meters will be to his liking. Mach 4 is also a horse. He got beaten by Karoo Log last time after running two not too good races, but so maybe back to form, but not for me today. Mach 4. Drama Queen is also a horse that you want to have a look at. This horse ran also against some strong competition, and is definitely a horse that can be featured in the finish. Purple Persuasion, you can chuck into the back ends of your quartets and trifectas. Look for hounds. I'm not sure about this horse. Vaughan Marshall is firing. The horse is carrying -1.5, but on form, it looks like one of two might have his beating, but he has run against some decent opposition in the form of Seeking the Stars, Russian Rock, has beaten Mach 4. So looking for hounds number 11 can be the surprise package. Where is the betting? Looking for hounds. Yeah, it's 16-1. Might be a horse that can surprise. So let's move on to the next race. Which is race number 3, 2-year-old fillies. Yeah, anything can happen here. The betting as follows. Captains Run 28-10, Eastern Bell 4-1, Silver Rights 11-2, Caldine 5-1, Twice the Trip 6-1, Masputin 12-1, Finding Freedom 12-1, 14-1, Danswood, Kingsmead's Crystal 16-1. So yeah, my first selection is number 9, Caldine. This horse has won over 1400 meters twice, and I can't see why he can not do it a third time. He's proven over the distance where most of this horse is running here hasn't run on this over this distance, let alone win over this distance. So number 9, Caldine, my first choice. But then I've got a nice little horse I like, Masputin. It's the sire is a half brother to Kirari. And when this horse won first time or second time out at that day, I just liked it, and I put like 20 wins on it at 50-1. And I took the exacta with the stablemate, which was Silver Rights, and to my surprise, they ran like that. She ran down the stablemate. Now and then she ran against Caldine, where it says I had to ease late. I'm sure this horse can be the surprise package in this race today. And I'm also going for the stablemate Silver Rights. It's a Rafif. They are running well by Ford with me. The 1400 won't be a problem. Ran in a small future last time out. Wasn't disgraced. And I'm thinking number 4, Silver Rights, can also be involved in the finish. And then we have other horses in the field that you can have a look at. Dance My Lord, maybe not today. Eastern Bell, coming from Cornay Speed Stable, came here to Scottsville, ran 4th behind Good Traveler. Then was favorite to win in 2 maidens, and in both times was beaten. So I'm just got a feeling that Eastern Bell, there is maybe 1 or 2 horses that can beat it. Twice the Trip, Sean Terry won over 11-16 very easily, but also I think against a weakish field. But these horses improve, and this horse is nicely bred. So I'm probably thinking that Lyle Hewitson might want to go to the front and say, catch me if you can. And then you have Captain's Run here, just for interest, the day that he won over the 800 meters, he broke a course record that stood for many years. And then has been running against some good opposition here, and third beyond Under Your Spell. And that horse came and won the Alan Robinson over the weekend. So surely not bad form. Yeah, one have to see how she will fare over the 1400 meters. As I said, that there's a lot of horses who hasn't run over the 1400 meters. Then here we got the rank outsider Kingsmead Crystal with Richard Fourie on board, who actually ran on not too bad in his first race, and the 1400 might be to his liking. So certainly an open race, not certain winners, any certain winners there. Then we get to race number 4, which is for the boys over 1400 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Number 3, Cosmic Highway 2-1. Then this name that I can't pronounce, 5-1. AJ's Captain 7-1, 15-2. Incredible Party Time 15-2. Conquer the Country of the Enemy, 8-1, 12-1. Waterbury Lane, 16-1, Purple Flame, and 20-1, and Better the Rest. So here in race 4, my first selection is the number 4. This horse won so well at Scottsville and has been second, just beaten by a head by Good Traveller. Now, Good Traveller then went on and won a Future. And also last week ran not too bad in the other Future again. So, and he won his race by 6.5 lengths on a coconut. And I'm thinking from a good draw, this horse, Party Time, might be too good for this field. And also at a reasonable price, currently 15-2 Party Time. Then let's look at a few other horses in this race. Number 7, one of my AJ's Captain. It's a Futuro by Lecture. Also won well over the 1400 meters last time. Was also close up to Good Travelers, and that form is good. And if I'm not mistaken, this Dia thing has won again, 10 runs, 1 winner. So I'm thinking AJ's Captain also maybe a contender here. Then number 8, Waterbury Lane. I think Waterbury Lane is a huge runner in this field, a soft falling lane by Fordwood. One beating Party Time, and then ran behind Cavalier King, led tired. But I'm thinking that the 1400 meters will suit this horse, being by a Fordwood mare. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the tactics in this race. Who's going to go to the front, who's going to sit. And then here we got number 9, the horse's name I can't pronounce, and also running well in his debut. Here, Cornelius brings the Noble Striker, but the form is not too inspiring. So one will have to see about this one. Then number 1, Conquer the Enemy, also versus Get Rich by Blackman, a loose mare, surely well bred. Also ran on strongly behind Cavalier King in a juvenile plate, actually, not even a maiden juvenile. He is incredible. He ran second to Party Time, also running on Cosmic Highway, the favorite, not without a chance. Ran third behind Good Traveller after winning his first 2 in Kenilworth. So also a horse that needs your attention. And then we move to race number 5. Race number 5 is the Hollywood's Dolphin Cup Trail, grade 3, over 1800 meters. And for me, one of the open races of the card. Lots of horses with chances. Number 7, Crown Towers, 4-1, 3 Tumba, 4-1, Nexus, 5-1, Double Mint, 11-2, Capera, 6-1, Tristful, 13-2, African Night Sky, 13-2, and 9-1, Azores. Well, I would classify this race as a race of a nicely handicappers. I don't think any of these horses will go to Hollywood soon. And yeah, but some useful form. And I'm sticking here with number 6, African Night Sky. This horse has run the course in this distance, 3 wins, 2 wins, course and distance, 1 run, 1 win. And this horse came back after a long absence, and ran some reasonable races. Here ran behind Golden Cat, ran a 3rd, and I'm thinking from 54.5 today. Surely Justin Snape will have this horse ready. Ran over the 1600 meters in February behind Double Mint, carrying level weights, running at 1.75. Now today, Double Mint is carrying 60, and African Night Sky is carrying 54.5. So he's having 5.5 kilograms for a 1.75. So surely based on that, there's no way that Dolphin can beat African Night Sky. But again, coming from a race, that might be a factor. But I think number 6, African Night Sky, nicely handicapped in this race, was once 120, now down to 107. And surely I think African Night Sky can be a factor in this race. Then also number 4, Capura. Last year, this time on the 4th of July, he won a nice race beating Nexus. And I wonder if it wasn't the same race. No, I'm not sure. And I'm thinking this horse also would have no problem Kevin van Niekerk on board. And his horse has run some decent races. Last time out, beaten by Got the Green Light in Turfontein. And it's not always difficult. It's difficult to travel from Cape Town to Joburg. But now I think he's now been off for 2 months, and certainly back in Natal, finding his feet, and I'm sure will be a factor in this race. You can see this horse has run against Azores, was carrying 60 kilograms, 6 kilograms more than Azores. Now Azores also runs in this race today, and I also give it a chance. And today there's only 3 kilograms difference, so theoretically Coopera must finish in front of Azores, which I also do like, running from the 54.5. Was also on that race behind Double Mint, where he was carrying 60 kilograms and also no down on weight, and has run against Crown Towers before. Crown Towers carrying 1.5 kilograms more, but today Crown Towers is carrying 58.5, and Azores is carrying 54, so there's 4 kilograms in it. So also, I'm not sure what went wrong. It says he has a respiratory infection or something, but definitely I think a horse that can surprise. And then I haven't even touched on number 2, which is Three Tumbo, the Sean Terry factor, Lyle Hewitson. Yes, he did this. Is this stable back in form? Nothing, everything they put on the track runs well. That beat Narchi, but Narchi ran like a dog last time out, running off the course. But I think Three Tumbo, this horse was placed in the Summer Cup, so definitely a decent individual. So can also be involved in the finish. And then you have Double Mint, based on weight turnarounds, is going to battle to win, to beat, to win this race today. But for my pick 6 that I've worked out, I've just put the field. Then we get to race number 6, the Tibinja Stakes over grade 2 over 1400 meters. Now, here the betting is number 6, Arena 9-2, Favorita 11-2, Wisteria Walk 6-1, Keep the Lights On 6-1, Rios Winter 8-1, Free State Star 8-1, 12-1, Mount Laurel 14-1, Wally Wins, Coco 14-1, Youth accepted 14, 16-1, and better the rest. Very also for me a very open race, but I had to go short in this leg somewhere. So my first selection is number 10, Free State Star. The only bad thing about this is that drawn 10. But this horse is now running in an A100. Last time I ran in 102 against a horse called Captain's Ransom on level weights, only two lengths behind. And I'm thinking on that run, there's no way that any horse in this field will beat Captain Ransom, let alone get within 2 lengths of that on level weights. Today carrying 58.5, and has won 3 races in a row earlier in the end of the year and beginning of the year. And even Princess Color is a good horse. Unfortunately, she landed up last time against that filly, what is his name, Act of War Athena. And yeah, but Princess Color has also run second to Captain's Ransom. And I'm thinking based on that, that is the horse to go for in this race. Because it does look like Free State Star might have a little bit of class. Was also running 2.25 in the maiden behind Netta, and Netta is surely also a good horse. And therefore my selection here is number 10, Free State Star. Then for my second selection, I'm going for number 6. There's not an outsider, but I'm just putting these 2 horses in my pick 6 here. Zarina, and Zarina also a master of my fate. Filly has also run some usually races against the likes of Princess Color and was just behind number 10 Free State Star in that race to Captain Ransom. And surely based on that, best then also be involved in the finish. But then you also have other horses, and if you can afford it, maybe put in my other outsider selections is number 2, which is Roy's Winter. Also a horse that has run against some very good opposition and can definitely also be involved in the finish. And then number 12 is my other outsider selection is Love Bomb. Love Bomb, unfortunately, has got drawn 12. But before this race, Sing for Rafa, she beat Quick Star, which I give a chance today, and also has won a future last year this time. And definitely, I think Love Bomb can be a factor in this race. But this is a very open race. Here you have a horse like Wisteria Walk, Craig Zaki, big race jockey Craig Zaki. This horse ran against Battle Force, who won again over the weekend. Summer Pudding, Wiley Winch. Yeah, and even you got Wiley Winch in this race, which has also run some huge races and can also be involved in the finish. So as you can see, it is an open race, but sometimes one needs to take a decision. Kaya Coco is a horse that I've also been following a while now. And I think because she is the only horse that has beaten Captain Ransom before. So based on that, must also have a chance in this lineup. Zimbabwe was a horse that won at 14-1, 3 lengths against Celestial Love. Celestial Love has won some big races, but then as in the last few runs has disappointed. So all in all, a very open race. I expected also was behind in that race behind Captain Ransom. Should not be able to turn around the form on Free State Star. So yeah, definitely all in all open race, but yeah, I went short. Yes, Favorita ran second last time, but again lesser company, and although on her day was second to Celtic Sea, not sure if she can do the 1400 meters. So let's move on to the next race, which is the big race, the Gold Challenge, the Gold Circle Challenge, Gold Challenge Grade 1 over the 1600 meters. And let's have a look at the betting. Here the betting is as follows: Rainbow Reach 18-10, 8-10, 5-1 Jet Talk, Bulgarian 7-11-2, Seeking the Star 6-1, Catch 22, 14-1, Cirilo 16-25, Sovereign Spit 35, Chim Chim around scratch number 6. Now I think in this race you maybe going to look at 3 horses here, which will be number 1 Jet Dark, Rainbow Reach, and then Bulgarian. I think this is all horses that has run against each other, beat each other, and I think that the finish might be fun, between them. And then also chucking number 9 for your quartet, Catch 22, who's also a very good handicapper, but I can't see him beating Rainbow Reach or Jet Dark, but he might sneak into the back end of the quartet. And that's all I'm going to say about that race. Then we get to race number 8, which is 1100 meters, non-black type Durban Bash. And here the betting is as follows. Number 5, Speed Machine 5-2, Saipens Corner 5-2, 5-1 Sweet Sensation, 6-1 Shalom Queen, 15-2 Captain Opie, 12-1 Shampipi, 20-1 Brazil Nut, and the rest scratch numbers 2 and 11. Here in this race, my first selection is the number 9, 6 Sweet Sensation. I'm Ryan Munger again for Cornet Peace, and this horse has got a speed, and yeah, I'm thinking he has run against some useful opposition in Gauteng, and I think yeah, maybe want to go to the front and say, listen guys, catch me if you can. Has run against horses like the like of Anne Capri, Rapid Fire, Alsheed, Sing for Nico, and all the horses that has got, that can, there's got ability. So yeah, my first selection is number 9. In my outsider selections is number 4, which is Captain Opie. This horse run well. I don't know what happened last time out behind Spider's Corner, but I'm looking for number 4, Captain Opie, to also be there when the photos are taken. Has course and distance, 1 run, 1 winner, so certainly not to be discarded. And then my other runner is number 7, Champopo Champisi. This horse, has got a bit of a reputation, and yeah, only had 3 runs, and I'm thinking this horse has still got a lot of improvement to do. Warren Kennedy on board, and I'm thinking that that might be also a horse that can be involved in the finish. Then we got number 8, Spider's Corner, has done nothing wrong. He's won 10 races. He's won 5 out of 10. It's really a good record. Yeah, and I'm thinking maybe the horse to beat in this field. And then also you have here Shalom Queen, Lyle Hewitson, with Sean Terry. This horse is always there and thereabouts, but he's not really threatening to win. But maybe here in a slightly weaker field today, and he can probably be involved in the finish. Then we move down to the last race, which is a difficult race. And let's have a look here at the betting first. Here the betting is as follows. Number 9, Ramdesh, 18 to 10, 3 to 1, double H. Khan, 10 to 1, 10 to 1, Whispers of War. She's Rum, 12 to 1, Don't Touch Me, 14, 16 to 1. Parallel Universe, 16 to 1, Master Sandor, 18 to 1. Purple Dominance, 22 to 1, and better the rest. Now, in this race, I think the horse that they all have to beat is number 9, but coming off a 223 days race, that might be a little bit of a disadvantage. But of all the horses in this race, of the race horses, certainly has got the best form. But yeah, there are 1 or 2 first timers which one will have to watch. But then of the race runners, probably horses that you need to want to include is number 10, Maestro Sonador. So if number 9 flushes lines, that might be the horses that have been involved. And also here, number 14, unfortunately from a bad draw, Whispers of War, Australian import of Paul Lafferty, ran a reasonably good race last time when, it says here, last earlier, in second fastest to 400, but unfortunately the 14th draw won't be of any help. So yeah, but there are other horses then that you can put in. Here's number 3, Seagram, a 2-year-old Rafif. I'm sure this horse can improve from his first race. It was there and thereabouts, but got Mucci on board today. Certainly inclusion. Number 4, Khan. It might also be a horse that is looking for improvement. Ran a reasonably good race 2 runs back. Last time out, a little way behind, but did finish the race off nicely. So surely can also be a contender. But I think that brings me to the end of a race meeting, which I'm really looking forward to the racing. But I think in the punting side, as I said on the start of this video, I don't think today is a race, a day to go big on your punt. Take a few, sit back, relax, enjoy the racing. And as I always say, break a leg.